One of the hardest things for any video content creator to do is coming up with ideas for their next video. Luckily, there are some easy things you can do to help get your creative juices flowing. There are many brainstorming techniques you can utilize and start using right away. Hang on till the end of this video because I'm going to list a few of those brainstorming techniques that you can try for yourself and give you tips to keep in mind when coming up with video ideas and help you decide when you should actually throw ideas out because they aren't very good. Hi, I'm Jim Costa. I'm a full-time working photographer, video producer, video editor, and technology pro, but you can call me a dadographer. If you like what you see in this video, stick around to the end because I've got a couple of photography, video filmmaking, and editing freebies, and even some training courses that I'll tell you about that will definitely help to improve your work and help grow your business through earned media. And remember, I welcome all of your comments, questions, and more on all of my videos. So let's talk about brainstorming techniques. The first of these is known as stream of consciousness brainstorming. For brainstorming to be effective, you have to allow your mind to think freely. When brainstorming, people tend to overthink things, which ultimately halts the creative process. Stream of consciousness brainstorming avoids overthinking by forcing you to write down your thoughts at a rapid pace. Open a Word document or get a piece of paper and pen. From there, set a time limit to write down as many thoughts or ideas as you can in that amount of time. Constantly write down words. The point of the technique is to give you no time to stop and think about what you've written. For the amount of time that you're writing, you're thinking freely. At this point, you shouldn't be worried about if an idea is bad or not, or if it will even work as a video. Once the time is up, you can review all of you've written and see if anything sparks a video idea or a starting point that you can then develop further. Next is what's known as round-robin brainstorming. If you've worked with a group of people, you can use the round-robin brainstorming method. In this method, every individual in the group comes up to a meeting with an idea they thought of prior. Once everyone is together, go one by one and have each person talk about their idea until everyone has had a turn. Record all the ideas so that they can be discussed once everyone has shared what they came up with. This gives everyone a chance to pitch in and contribute. Be open to all ideas and give each one equal consideration, at least at first. Come up with questions about the topic. Sometimes successful videos are centered around a single question. A huge margin of YouTube videos, for example, are dedicated to answering a question they show in the title or in the thumbnail. You can come up with video ideas by forming questions about a topic that interests you. Pick a topic and write down all the questions you have about that topic. If you have a question about something, likely there are many other people who will have the same question. From there, you can pick one of those questions that your future video will answer. Next is honing in on a concept. To do that, start by looking at trends. If you're drawing a blank on what you want your video to be about, take a look at what's trending. Search Google Trends to get ideas on what is popular right now. It will help you to better understand what people are looking for, allowing you to fill the demand. Additionally, your video could get more views because the topic is popular and more people are looking for content about that topic. For example, as I'm filming this, the pandemic is still going on. It's been going on for many months. And here in the US, there have been over 2 weeks of protests and even riots over the death of George Floyd. Those topics are huge right now and are trending. So theoretically, what you could do is do videos on either of those two topics to help come up with ideas for new videos and to help your channel, if you have a YouTube channel, for example, to grow. Next, try to reach out to others. If you're having trouble coming up with ideas on your own, reach out to other people. You can ask people who watch your videos for content ideas that they want to see in the future. You can also look at the comments on previous videos you've uploaded or feedback you've received from Your clients or your subscribers are the people who comment or like your videos and your other social media. Oftentimes, people will either request future content or ask a question that you can form a video around. Next, I suggest trying something new. Humans are creatures of habit. When we are taken out of our comfort zone and we try something new, we experience new things we've never felt before. Ideas come from experiences and feelings that we have. If you're drawing a blank on ideas, maybe you should try doing something new in your real life that you've never done before. It may just spark some creativity. So when should you throw out an idea? There comes a time when you have to look at an idea realistically. While you might want to live stream from the bottom of the ocean, that's likely not possible for most people to do. You have to look at the amount of time, effort, and money you're willing to put into a project. You also have to look into laws to make sure that your ideas are actually legal to do. And believe it or not, many YouTubers get into trouble because they assumed what they were doing was legal or it was a fun stunt, and they got in trouble for it. For example, hacking in and crashing a Zoom classroom session. That you can't do, even though it's kind of a fun thing that people are doing online these days, since everyone's at home working on Zoom meetings. Don't ever do it because it's against the law. Also, an idea might be possible for you to do, but you may not find that it interests you. While a video may become more popular because you follow a trend, if the topic doesn't interest you, you won't be attracting the right people to your work on your channel or your video or whatever you're creating. In other words, you're going for the wrong audience. While they might like the one video you made on the trending topic, they might not watch the content that you regularly post. Find a balance between doing something that is popular and something that interests you. For example, when the pandemic started, I did a few videos that were pandemic related. I found out information from the Centers for Disease Control, for example, and the World Health Organization, and I did some information on the pandemic. And I also did some other videos that were useful to people, like how to make a face mask or your own hand sanitizer. But I went back to my regular niche of doing videos about technology and film and video production. It's a horrible feeling when you're trying to come up with video ideas and you're drawing a blank. The techniques above will help you to think of content ideas that will interest both you and your audience. You're probably wondering how I come up with new video ideas for my blog since I release every single week. I do some of the things that are listed here, frankly, but I do other things as well that are specific to my line of work. I like to check out what's trending online in my niche wherever possible. I try to create content around those trending topics. For example, although it was canceled this year, in the past, I've done videos on stuff that's happening during the NAB convention in Las Vegas because I have a technology blog and it's about video and television and film production, and that's a huge topic. NAB is a big deal in my line of work, and it always happens in the spring, so I'll do videos on that, for example. Or if a new camera or lens comes out by one of my favorite manufacturers, such as Nikon or Canon, I'll do a video on that product. Additionally, I ask people what they want to know. It sounds pretty simple, but I have a large social media following, and I ask my followers and subscribers what questions they have. Sometimes those questions are pretty easily answered in the reply, but other times the questions that they ask are so good that they warrant a video on the actual subject. In fact, this very video came from one of my subscribers on my YouTube channel, who was a person who wanted to build their own YouTube channel but was having trouble coming up with ideas and asked me, what do I do? Because they looked at my channel, saw that there are thousands of videos plus new blogs every week, and they're like, I don't have any idea how to do this much content. What do you do? Can you help me? I made this video as a direct result of that question, because if this person had that question, I'm certain that there are many thousands, even millions of other people out there who have YouTube channels who have the same problem, and I want to try and help them all. Now, if this is making sense to you, but I've got it, in the comment section below. My question of the day is, where are you getting your video ideas from? Leave a comment below and let us know. If you found the info in this video useful, I'd love to hear about it from you. If you liked it and want to see more videos like this, then follow my YouTube channel, Jim Costa Films. If you think what you saw was great, please do like it. If you have an opinion, feel free to comment below. If you know someone who could benefit from the information that I've provided, please feel free to share the video. You can connect with me and my company, Jim Costa Films, on social media and online, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, and the web by simply searching for Jim Costa Films. In fact, I currently have over 4,400 videos on my YouTube channel, Jim Costa Films, so feel free to check out many of my other videos for great tips and suggestions. Thank you for sticking around this far. I mentioned at the beginning about some freebies and training. As a professional video producer and photographer, I've created an absolutely free cheat sheet for you on all the best camera settings to shoot video and photos with your DSLR, mirrorless, or video camera that will show you the settings that will allow your photos and particularly your videos to shine and stand out from the competition. The link to get that cheat sheet is just below in the video description. Best of all, my cheat sheet specializes in shooting video with any type of camera. In it, you'll find all of the info that you need on important video techniques, such as white balance, color temperature, frame rates, and more. I've also created an editing training for Adobe Premiere Pro. My Quick Start training is designed to get you up and editing video in under 2 hours. It includes over 100 tips, tricks, and keyboard shortcuts for video editors. And included with that training is a PDF file with over 100 keyboard shortcuts that work on both Mac and PC. So no matter what you edit with, you'll have that, and you'll be able to use shortcuts to make your workflow go much faster. Now, I'm also affiliated with Christina Nicholson, a fellow media veteran like myself, who helps businesses and entrepreneurs reach tons of their ideal customers through the power of media without spending big bucks on advertising. I've worked with Christina and used her advice and training successfully, so I know from first-hand experience that it works great. The program that Christina and I are now offering is called the Media Mentoring Program, and it will help you take advantage of mainstream media. You can stand out from the competition because it's not something everyone has access to. Best of all, unlike paid ads and sponsorships, you can gain lots of exposure and credibility to become the go-to brand everyone talks about and wants to do business with, without spending a fortune on advertising. I'll link to those cheat sheets and training courses in the description below as well. Down there you'll see videos on both the courses that will give you an overview of how they can help you and links to go online and get more information. Finally, if you followed me for a while now, you may know that I have a private community of photographers, videographers, and filmmakers, just like you, on Facebook, where I share other pro tips and tricks. It's called Video Producers and Content Creators, and it's actually a separate private group from my personal business page on Facebook called Jim Costa Films. That's available to anyone, but Video Producers and Content Creators is a private group only for people in this industry. I love new members who want to share their work, learn from others, and also help others. You'll find the link to that group in the description below, so feel free to join it where you can learn even more.